Hi, this is Chef Kunal from Foodie Breaks, and today we're going to make eggless chocolate cookies. Ingredients pre-weighed, a bowl and a spatula that is ready to do the work. Let's get cracking. So the first step is to cream and soften the butter a little bit. Then you can add in the sugar and then keep creaming this to aerate the butter, and you need to keep doing this for about 5 to 7 minutes until it gets really nice and creamy, light textured as well. And it's going to take a little bit of time, but you can start doing it at a slow speed. Just start mashing it down like that initially, and once the butter softens a little bit, you can start creaming it in a circular motion. So you just soften it like this against the bowl. Now using a spatula is easier because it gives you a little bit more dexterity when you work. Scrape off anything that's stuck on the spatula on the side of the bowl, bring it to the center and start to break it down again. Start to smash it like that. Keep doing this. If you need to take a break in between, you can take a break in between. So don't worry yourself that it's going to take a lot of time and it's going to get very tiring for you. Take a break if it's required. If you have a stand mixer, you can simply pop it in the bowl and use a paddle attachment and start to do this process for about 6 to 7 minutes again. By hand it usually takes a little bit more time, but this recipe that we've got here is a small one, so it's going to happen really quickly. So almost there, and a little bit more creaming is required. Yep, that's almost there. So I've been creaming for about 7 minutes now, and this is nice and airy. You can almost see that the texture has changed. It's lighter and the color is also a little bit lighter. That's what happens when fat is aerated. It expands, and when a particular fat expands, its color also starts to lighten. That's done. Next we're going to add into this. Just check that once. Just check how nice and light it's become. So you can just, like almost like an ice cream texture. It's almost like an ice cream texture. So you need to achieve this. The next thing that is going in is basically the essence and the yogurt. Now this is plain vanilla yogurt, which I have got from a store-bought vanilla yogurt, or a plain yogurt, or curds, or dahi, or whatever you would like to call it, and some vanilla essence in that. We're going to just cut and fold this. It might look a little curdled at this stage, but don't worry. Don't worry, because it really doesn't make a difference, because the amount of flour that's going to go in later is going to bring this and firm this up right away. Then we add in all the dry ingredients together. Just pop everything in at one time. The flour, the baking powder, the cocoa powder, the chocolate chips, everything goes, all the dry ingredients go in at one time. And you got to kind of ensure that when you mix this, you need to mix it up really well. Don't leave any any kind of marks or any kind of streaks of whiteness behind. So once you've added all the dry ingredients, you can add in lastly the chocolate chips. There is still the melted chocolate that has to go in, but I'm going to mix this up first, and I'm going to keep the melted chocolate at a warm temperature. This is nice and done. You can see it's become like a little chunky chocolatey mass. At this stage, we can kind of, don't over mix it. At this stage, you just want to mix it thoroughly, and then add in the next step is to add in the melted chocolate. Don't over mix this, guys, please. Make sure when you add the melted chocolate is really warm, not cold at all, because if it's cold, it'll just chunk up and form specks and little pieces. When it's nice and warm, it's going to melt and blend in well. Blend into the recipe very nicely. So yeah, just mix this around. Just mix this all over. Make sure that it's very well mixed and it's well combined. Once this is well combined, we're going to let it rest for some time. But we're going to now. I can let it rest outside. But in order to hurry things up, I'm going to put it into a cling wrap like that. Make a little bit of a pack like this and put it inside the freezer for about 30 minutes. Now if you want to work with this tomorrow, you can even put it in the fridge overnight. This is out of the freezer, 30 minutes. I'm just going to cut it. There's no real shapes to this. I'm just going to try to keep it even, try to cut it in even size square blocks. So you see, I'm just cutting it even size square blocks. I'm not really doing any effort, just even size square blocks. I'm going to put it onto a Silpat lined tray or a baking parchment lined tray, whichever you have and whichever you please. You can go with that. I mean, Silpat's always better because you can reuse them again and again. And parchments are sometimes, we use the cheap quality parchment, it can tend to stick, the cookie tends to stick to it sometimes. So use a good quality parchment and not an oil or a butter paper. So that's one thing, and keep enough of distance between all of them, you know. And that's done. So that's a really amazing and simple recipe. I mean, when we baked this, we baked it at 180 degrees for about 10 minutes. It can take about 10 to 12 minutes in your oven, depending on which oven it is. But you can see how amazing this is. I mean, this is so easy to do. You just need to let it rest, cool off a little bit, dust it some icing sugar, and that's good to go. You can serve that up with a cup of coffee or with a cup of hot chocolate. That's entirely your decision. Just check that how flat and amazing these are. Amazing. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Like us on Instagram, Foodie Breaks, that's our handle. And you can also, if you want more videos, you can also like us on Facebook. That's Foodie Breaks India, that's our Facebook page. Foodie Breaks is FOODYBREAKS. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for watching, and happy baking.